Hello everyone, and welcome to our Around the World with Mission Aviation Fellowship. Today we have landed in South Sudan, and we have a very special guest today. His name is Jamie, and he is the Chief Operations Manager. So as far as I know, he has quite an important role, and yes, huge responsibilities. So we want to welcome you. If you have any questions, please pop them in the comments beneath and somebody will be there to answer them for you. So I'd like to introduce you. So Jamie, good morning. Sorry, not good morning, but hello. How are you?
Well, I'm good. Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here to talk to you. I'm so happy. I think it's still morning here to us. I'm happy.
Well, it's actually morning here too. So what's your time there at the moment? So we know the time difference.
And at the moment it's 9:44 a.m.
Okay, so you are an hour ahead of us. So there you go. You have an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to ask you if you can explain your role, your position as a Flight Operations Manager. You can just give us an idea of maybe what a day would look like. I know that each day is different, and with MAF, we've been there. Because I'll take a little step back. Sorry, I didn't actually introduce myself properly to everyone who's watching. My name is Camilla, and we still consider ourselves part of the MAF family. We were in Papua New Guinea for 4 years. We've only been back in South Africa now for about 1.5 years. And so my husband, Steve, unfortunately wasn't able to join us today. He is out flying, and my 2 boys are at school. So yes, so we have an idea of what your job looks like, but there are many people watching who won't have a clue. So if you can just give us an idea, please.
Well, thank you. I will start from where I started with MAF. By the way, I joined MAF in 2016, where I started as General Operations Officer. And it was like I do everything. And from 2018, I was promoted to be Flight Operations Manager. I'm currently having a team of 6 to 7 people that I'm working with. So it's like a teamwork that we're doing. Basically, my role is daily activity that we need to do to get work going, and starting with customer contacts. So we talk to customers, we get requests from them, what they need, how we can help them. Sometimes we get requests for medevacs at a certain challenging environment, and we have to do risk assessment and seeing how we can fly successfully and trying to save lives. And there's a lot actually into it, dealing with pilot rostering, how you plan your pilots, and also coordinating with authorities on ground to give us permission to fly to certain restricted areas. So basically, I'm dealing with every department, ground operations, check-in, ATC, and airport authorities. It's all about combination of change work so that we get all the activities, any request by the customer to successfully finish that flight. So it's the daily routine that I can say is just to get the work going and saving lives.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. And well done for your promotion. You obviously made a good impression and did a good job. After only 2 years of being in your previous role, you were promoted. So that's excellent. Can you tell us how you joined MAF?
As I can say, MAF is a family to me. When I joined, it's so surprising that someone just get promoted in 2 years. But the environment here is really friendly, and we really people of God. And basically, I would say when I'm here, I feel at home. And the work and the people around us, the culture different is there, but still that we know that how we can come together as people of God. And working as different culture differences are there, but when you are a person of God, we see each other as one. So with MAF, as I'm working here, it's really so great, and I really feel like that's supportive. The top management, they really help us, and any request that we need, our family members, and everything that needs supportive work. So me being here, I'm really so happy, and I'll continue serving Lord, and I'm looking forward to see other people also in my same role, see other people grow in MAF, see other people joining MAF and carrying out the work of God. So I'm really happy working with MAF South Sudan.
That's wonderful. Thank you. We also felt that it was just so special to be a part of a Christian organization where you're all working together for the same purpose. And for us, it did become a family, because there's so many people who are in your position who have left their homes, their home countries, and come together. And there's just something so special about getting to know the local people and working together with them. There's something really special about that. How did you hear about MAF? How did that come about?
Like I said, sometimes there are some calls that you don't really know where they came from, but there's a feeling that something is calling you to join something. Basically, when I did flying, I was doing my piloting in Kenya. So by then I was thinking of what do I need to do? I was feeling like, yeah, I better look for something to do. And I was feeling like I used to see MAF during those days when I was a kid, and they usually fly to some areas in our local places. They used to serve and help people. So I thought of doing aviation, and that's how I came to really know that I need to follow this mission. So I had the internal call that I didn't even realize afterward that it would come true. So when I finished my flying, I was doing private pilot license. So I finished it, and I was like, I have to come back to South Sudan and try and see whether I can join. So I applied, and then I got the chance of getting an interview. And suddenly I was picked as among the best candidates. So and that's how I joined MAF. And basically everyone has a call inside. So you will be like, some people are already working. So there are so many organizations you can work, so many commercial businesses. But sometimes if you have that call in you that God wants you to do something different, it will automatically come. So it's basically that, trying to find out what really God wants you to do. So I found myself, I enjoy working here and serving the Lord, and also helping the communities who are really vulnerable, like some places where their roads are not there, and we have a call like someone is really dying and you need to come and support. That's really something amazing. It's just God's will that that person need to be served. And if we are not here together, we cannot make things work. So your knowledge, my knowledge, and how we can carry out the ministries, it really helps our local communities and the entire community at large, really, to serve the Lord. And that's really a greatest achievement. And I really feel great about that.
You're so right. Everybody, from the person who's cleaning to the administration, the receptionist, the person, the engineers, to the pilots, to flight operations manager, to even the families, who are there and the sacrifices they've made. They all make a part of that team, and we just love the work that MAF does. And it's very hard to not be a part of that. And it's such a privilege that we can still do these interviews and promote MAF. Jamie, what would you say some of the biggest challenges have been in your position?
The first one, I would say, it's basically trying to come from the line where I was an officer to to a manager is really so difficult, but finding to know people exactly, because we all have different way of living and attitude and cultures. How you treat people in a godly way, it's really so difficult, but it has to come from your heart. So my biggest challenge at the first stage was knowing everyone in the team and how to really treat them well, because working as a team, I don't need to really work in a way that will upset someone, but how to get things done in a good way and friendly way and collaborative way. It's so vital to operations. And only that sometimes we get challenges with authorities. It's so difficult. Sometimes we have to put some things in prayers that God really intervenes, because sometimes you might get issues with clearances going to some areas, you get restricted, and we have to pray hard, and suddenly some things get answered. So it's so challenging that to really work with different people, especially those who don't really know God. It's so hard, and those were a bit of the challenges that I was facing. But afterward, with God's help and the people around me, things really works out in really surprising way. Yeah.
That's
So,
cool. And what are some of the excitement in your position that you've experienced?
biggest excitement is getting to know people around.
We've suddenly frozen. I don't know if your internet is bad, James.
Because if God called you to the leading section, it means that you have chosen you to do something. So I'm happy that God has chosen me to at least to lead some people and also working with them. So I'm so excited that I not about money, um, but also about leading the team and getting things done. It's all an achievement to MAF, not only me. Yeah.
Excellent. Well done. Well done for stepping up into that position. I can see that you're a humble man, and I would imagine that for you it was quite difficult suddenly becoming a leader and feeling like you need to manage the people, and that you are, in a sense, given a more superior role, but it seems like you're doing a great job of that. So well done.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
I believe that you are currently looking for a deputy, I must just get this right, a deputy operations manager. So does that mean that that would be somebody who would kind of work very closely with you and do a similar role?
Yeah, it's we're so close. Like at the moment, I'm working with operation manager. Basically, if we had someone in the deputy position, it means that I'll be working hand in hand with that person and leave the operation manager to look at long-term planning for the organization. So it will be almost similar, but a bit different in terms of division of work. So we have a great team here. We are like 33 people here, and they're quite a large number. And basically, there are some tasks that I cannot really finish by myself, and I really need to delegate some to others. And if I had someone who can work close, it would a bit relieve the pressure, and we'll work together. So the task will be mostly I'll be dealing with daily activities while he looks at a bit of planning, like 6 months ahead, and maybe a year forward. And so that way. But at the moment, there are some tasks that need to be done that are really prioritized. So it would be good if we had a deputy operations. Yeah.
Okay. Are you possibly looking at stepping into some even bigger shoes that would then take over your role, or are you possibly looking at taking up a position in flying?
My dream is to continue flying. So when God says the time is right, I'll be happy to do that. But at the moment, I'm doing what I really need to do at the moment to get things going.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be looking forward.
Okay. So Jamie, how would you advise somebody to prepare themselves for a position, and this type of position in particular, if they were suitable for the role?
My advice basically, like I said in my last question that you asked, and basically that we all know that when you need to come to a new organization, maybe your first time, just see the environment around, come and look, visit, see the people that you're going to work with, and basically you will get the idea of what really, whether you really want to work with these people, and see how the people are really treating you at your first time. And from the work perspective, I believe that with the people around here, you get support 100%. The first time you come, you'll have to work with the shadow someone, and you'll see the process you're going through your induction and through the supportive that is given. So it's not going to be very difficult, and, until you have the control of your operations. So I would say it's just when you want to come in, look and see if you're happy with that. If God really called you for this mission, and if you're willing to work with us. So we have so many people who can support from the high level management up to the international one. So any question, any supportive advice that you need, everyone is available to support, and we're here for everyone.
Excellent. Thank you. And just from a personal point of view, how do you think somebody could prepare themselves mentally? Because MAF it's a multicultural organization. So is there any advice that you can give with regards to that? How easy has it been for you, especially in managing? I don't know whether, yeah, you must be managing expats, people from all over the world.
Yeah, basically, what I would say is that we all have different way of cultures. And basically, if you see an extrovert person, an introvert, there's a kind of scenario that if I come from a different background of culture, sometimes I might be task-oriented. When I come in, I need to do my job, and I forget the friendship that I need to build first. So if you're task-oriented or friendly-oriented, there you'll see a big challenge in between. So if you are more focused into task and forgetting the friendly way of knowing people, it becomes a bit challenging for you to really adapt to this, to the conditions. And so what I would advise someone is basically African cultures, let's say, are almost the same. And they are more, they are not like individualistic. So it's quite like we are community based, and knowing someone, knowing their background, will really create a very strong relationship with you. So it's like working as friends, but not bosses. So if we work as a team, it will be easy for you to really manage people basically, but not working as a boss. I would say I don't want to go in a way of saying management in US style management versus a Japanese style or UK. That's so different. So only way that we need to do here is you need to work as a team, get to know people, get to know their background. It will be really so easy. They will be open up and help you. So I would say working closely, friendly, and getting things done. That's my advice.
Thank you. That's such great advice. I can understand why you're in the role that you're in.
Thank you.
I know that there was a bit of a delay in getting this interview started. Can you explain to us what happened this morning?
Oh, sorry. We were having some flights that we need to get going. Sorry, was a bit delayed with some clearances and stamping of paperwork. So I was coordinating with the team so that we get things done. So that's why I was a bit late. So here our airport is not so good. Sometimes it's not dynamic. Sometimes you get a lot of delays. we only have airport for VIP and commercial and everyone, so many operators here. So sometimes if you get delays, you need to work it out early.
It wasn't a problem that you were a little bit late. I only brought it up because I think it gives people a very good understanding of what can be expected. And we know that these kind of things are priority. And, you know, if you've got a medevac, you prioritize that medevac and you prioritize saving lives. So that really is important. And yeah, well done. And thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for the change that you're making. And it's been such a privilege for me talking to a South Sudanese man. And I'd like you to please pass on our regards to Tobias, our South African pilot who is flying in South Sudan. Send him our regards and say hello. And Jamie, we just want to really thank you for this time. We know your time is precious, and we hope that you have a wonderful day going forward, and that the rest of your journey with MAF would be wonderful, and that you would have many great testimonies and stories to share.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your time also. And, yeah, you have great people in the team. We're so happy that South African has brought for us a great humble man who is really working hard and really supporting everyone. It's really so good that we have people like that. We pray that we get more people all around the world to come and support our ministry also. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Jamie. It's been wonderful talking to you. Bye.